North-South Connection. It's another installment of No So 95, and you see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. So obviously, it's a multi-person affair. And if I'm on a video, there's a pretty good chance it involves a draft. So welcome to a draft like you've probably not seen before, because it's not a competition, it's a collaboration. Consider the 5 of us your curators, sifting through the records and the cassette tapes of 1995 to build you the ideal 90s or the 1995 playlist that you'll be able to play at all your cookouts. We're dropping this on the 4th of July weekend. So burgers and brats and everything else on the grill, get you through it. You guys see the faces, but if you're listening, you absolutely don't know. So we'll go around the horn. First, a person who always knows her position in life. It's Jenny. What's up, Jenny?
And my position is number 1 in this draft.
That's right.
I insisted upon it. And y'all were very gracious to allow me to do this.
No, we don't mess with Jenny.
And I'm so excited. I love drafts. I don't get to do them that often. And especially a collaborative one. I think this is maybe my first collaborative draft. So I think this is going to be like better than a competition, if that makes sense. Like, because you're not going to be like dicks to each other, as can happen on drafts sometimes. And hate drafting serves no purpose here, even though I do want to take Keithy's first pick. Anyway, thanks for having me, and I'm excited.
Of course, I'm glad to be able to extend the olive branch for something fun like this. But you called upon his name, so live from a live studio audience, it's Keithy Kasem. Keithy.
Well, hello everybody, Keithy Kasem here, coming back to you at WNOSO Radio. Thanks, Jenny, for burying me, I guess, under a fleet of buses. I now know.
I love you.
Listen, if there's one thing I know, it's what position your position is in. So I would never mess with the Jenny position, but I am excited to be here. I do love lists as well. I love to talk about my 12-hour Spotify playlist that I created, and it was from Boston to Duck, and that was the 12-hour car ride that I took from Boston to Duck, North Carolina on the Outer Banks. So, nice. I'm a big fan. I love 1995. It was a banner year for me. I think I was a sophomore and junior in high school-ish. Sophomore year, yeah. So that's looking forward to knocking out some tunes, baby.
Hell yeah. Following up, a tag team partner of Jenny's across multiple pods, and almost practically suited for this, as he's been a part of an extreme 3-way dance for a long time, and ECW loved their music from the 90s. It's Matt Souza. Souza, what's going on, baby?
Hello, it is an honor and a privilege to be here. I demanded to draft 4th in this here draft, so I hope that'll be honored. And 95 was also a banner year for me too. I was 4 years old. I think I was learning how to read, I think, or maybe walking. I don't. What do 4-year-olds do? I don't know.
You're gonna be drafting the Ninja Turtles coming out of their shells.
That's right.
Yeah. All my Hasbro figures. It was a great fucking time.
I was a big fan of Virgil's theme music in 1995.
Single digits, baby. I was 9 in 95.
So Jesus Christ.
Depending on when some of these songs came out, I was 8. I'm a late birthday, so it's okay. I still didn't know what my wiener was doing at that point, but that's neither here nor there.
It's any consolation. I still don't, but go on.
I know it's okay. It's milk lemonade around the corner. Fudge is made, and that's all you need to know.
That's right.
Rounding out our Fab Five, a man who has taken the honor of curating the video jukebox over on the Place to Be. A man who is synonymous with all things pop in the quadrupods. It's RAA. Andy, what's going on?
I've been called a lot of things. Never been called a curator in my life. So thank you for that. I am playing the part of the resident old tonight.
Uh-huh.
I graduated from college in 1995.
Yeah,
Jesus,
Did
you're old.
did the 5-year plan, so I'm actually older
My
than that.
God.
So
Good
yes,
God.
95, good and bad year. Graduated from college, met my future ex-wife. We'll talk about that. But no, I mean 95 was awesome in terms of music. I was bartending and DJing at the time, so
Oh, shit.
I was, as I'm going through the list, I'm like, oh my God, I remember like songs I hadn't thought about in years. I'm like, oh my God, that was like a big thing for like a hot second. Not saying I'll draft any of them, but it was cool. So I mean, yeah, you guys made me feel very old in there. But
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
but
name
yes,
should be-
thank you.
Your name should be AARP. Is what
Yes, or as you would say, AARP.
Right.
So yes, if you
It's
could
actually
Singer.
a third. It's actually a third A when Keithy says it.
yeah.
AARP.
That's right.
So yeah, so I will be the get off my lawn, you crazy kids tonight.
Nice.
Don't worry. In my young age, I've already settled into that. And remember, it's not how old you are, it's how old you feel. And I feel 137. So
I
let's
feel
get
Right there with you.
getting out of bed gets harder every day, and it started going downhill as soon as I turned 21, and that
Yeah.
was it. And
My daughter is the same age now that I was in 95, so that's how old I
Oh,
was.
damn.
Jesus.
that's what really makes people feel old. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not you. It's seeing everything else change,
Mhm.
and you're just like, I remember when you were this big. Like
Yeah.
that's it.
My
and
son
now,
is like this big now, so yeah.
yeah, just full on grown humanoids.
Yes.
But to elaborate on what we're doing for the draft, the 5 of us are picking 6 songs each. Now, while we will all have our own individual songs on the playlist, it's all going on one. So Jenny's going to have her 6, Keithy, Andy, Susan, myself. All of us are going to make our own picks, but it's all going together on a playlist. And if you look in the description of the podcast, we'll have a playlist for you for Spotify, for YouTube, to be able to have this and go wherever. Unfortunately, I don't have Apple Music, so I'm not. I can't put that.
Apple sucks. Don't worry
If you're a
about it.
Tidal user, you can have Tidal.
Who has Tidal?
Go for it.
If you're
I
that
had
one guy
Tidal.
still using a Zune, we'll put that on there.
Peter Quill, we're looking at you, buddy. This is coming your way. But without any further ado, let's show the board and the draft order. So Jenny is going to go first, then myself, Keithy, Souza in the 4-hole, and on the hot corner is Andy. And of course, for all drafts, it's serpentine style. So if you draft 5th in the first round, you'll draft 1st in the second round, going around the horn. If you're watching the experience, you get to see all the picks in real time. But if you have the audio version, you'll have a little bonus content in with you. So for once, the audio files will have something to look forward to on a video podcast.
Nice.
So without any further ado, I think I've hit the quota for podcast banter. So Jenny, assume
we're
the
just getting
position.
started, baby. Don't worry
You're
about it.
first. Let's go.
All right. I insisted on this spot because I need this song, which I knew I was going to make it, but I wanted to pick it. And it is like one of my all-time favorite songs, no matter what year we're talking about. It is Gangsta's Paradise by
Ah,
Coolio.
that was going to be
Wow.
mine.
Number one song of the year.
One of the coolest songs that's ever been made.
Mhm.
Like, it's just like you know all the words. Like, I feel like I was born knowing the words to that song, and it wasn't even made yet. Like, I don't know. It was just, and it was so huge. It was on that Dangerous Minds soundtrack, and that was a great movie. And I don't know. It's just, it's so 95. It's such a great song. I love it so much.
Great video too.
Oh, I love it.
Without question. I mean, this might have been, in all of the songs of 1995, this probably could have been a consensus number 1 pick.
Yeah.
I think so. Too.
Anyone who had the number 1 pick, if they didn't take Gangsta's Paradise, I'll say this: it would not have made it past the 2nd pick if you didn't take it first.
Right.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
But,
Speaking of Gangsta's Paradise, Steve Riddle
yes.
will be doing it on the Video Jukebox Song of the Day. Probably in the past, because of when this will drop. But we are doing a theme week coming up of songs that were the #1 song of the year.
Okay, cool.
Beautiful. Of course. And if you're not following the video jukebox, do it, you cowards. Listen to everything we do. Like, you don't have. You're a podcast listener. You got nothing else to do. Just pay attention, sign up, subscribe. It costs you nothing to enjoy what we do.
Totally free.
That's right. So I get to make my pick, and I have a lot on the list, and I'm just gonna go straight from the heart. Another movie song. But we're gonna slow it down a little bit. I am taking "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal.
Oh,
From
Sound just like him.
great song from a so-so movie.
How dare you? How dare you,
sir?
This song does a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
For the
Batman
movie.
Forever's soundtrack, I think, might almost be as good as the movie, and the movie is okay.
Dude, the Batman
movie
Forever
is
soundtrack
classic.
is a banger.
Yeah.
So is the movie.
I know the movie is too, but I'm just saying that the friggin' soundtrack was like must listen to music in 1995. It was fantastic.
Yeah, Me Thrill Me, Kiss Me, You Too.
Yeah.
I was just listening to that the other day in my car, and I felt like a dick because I was like listening to you too, but
I mean, that's a prerequisite to live where you lived. You have to listen to U2.
Oh, I thought it was prerequisite to be a dick.
Well, little A, a little B.
They're not mutually exclusive.
I still have a blood feud with U2 for putting that spyware on my iPhone.
Oh God,
Yeah.
stupid album. Jesus Christ.
You will get
Nobody
that song.
wanted it.
I mean, if it was How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb, or if they threw out like if they gave everyone a free Joshua Tree, I would have been okay with it. But no.
But instead,
We got a new album that nobody listened to.
Nobody cares.
What a sh-
Keithy, baby, you're up.
Oh boy. Oh my God. I have to look at my list here. Don't mind me. I'm gonna take a run, and I'm gonna say my pick is Alanis Morissette's "Ironic." I think "Ironic" is
Nice.
probably if we're only gonna stick with one Alanis Morissette song, I think "Ironic" is probably the one that you want to put on there. So I'll go with that.
I had You Ought to Know for that one, but
know,
I do love
too.
Ironic. as well.
I
Yes.
did too, but you know what's funny is whenever I tend to do like a mixtape, and it's funny because Jenny, off air, you had said Keith's gonna pick some weird shit, and you're not totally wrong, because I always tend to pick like the second or third most popular song from an album. I tried not to do that with this one, but Alanis Morissette's real confusing because I feel like she's got like five.
There's like 6 from that
There's
album.
5
Yeah,
or 6 from that one album that like
Yeah.
you could pick. You Ought to Know would have been on there, but I also love like Hand in My Pocket. It's so weird. I love that song.
I love that song too.
That was a great. I saw her in concert, and that was like God in '95. That was such a good freaking show.
Mm. Was your other hand
yeah.
making a peace sign?
It was. I was not smoking a cigarette. That's for sure.
Oh,
Oh.
Not
lame.
that time.
Bummer.
Lame.
Did
Lame.
it rain on your wedding day, Keithy?
It did.
I wish it did.
Yeah.
Smoking was still cool in 1995.
Smoking was very cool, but I was in the band, and I didn't want to smoke and ruin my lungs.
You're in Alanis Morissette's band? You
I
should probably-
was. I
Wow.
was.
You're still smoking bars. Come on. Good
Oh,
old
Yeah.
days.
Smoking box? Is that what you said?
Smoking bars.
Bas.
Bars.
Smoke in bars. 3
I thought you said
words.
smoking box. I was like, wow. Okay, it's gonna be that kind of
Well, we did New York, you know.
Or
we'll
that.
talk about, yeah.
Mr. Sousa Palooza.
Sousa,
Moving
what you
right
got for your
along.
first pick?
We are gonna go with technically it was released on an album in 95. I think the single came out in 96, but it counts. No Doubt with Don't Speak.
Oh,
Yes.
I
That was on
do
my list too.
I love me some No Doubt. They are one of my favorite bands. Tragic Kingdom, that entire
Yes.
album, kind of
Yes.
like Alanis Morissette. You could put that like 10 songs on that fucking album on this list. But yeah, I'm a huge No Doubt fan, and that's a hell of a song.
Yep, I'm gonna mark my No Doubt offering off of the list to try to keep things as melting pot as possible. Maybe
idea.
in the later rounds, I'll maybe add a little extra heaping helping of something, but
Okay. Yeah, no, that's
And-
good.
Mhm.
And Susan made an excellent point, and I want to bring it up. This draft is like vibes only. So if you're one of those nitpickers who like to pick nits, and you hear a song that maybe got released in '94, but it was on the Billboard charts in '95, or was released in '95, but it didn't get airplay until '96, we understand you want to leave a comment. Go ahead and leave the comment, but just know that I hope you get dandruff, because it's really that
Yeah.
Or we could
serious.
do a 1995 reference.
Right.
That's
Just
right.
be cool. Just be cool. That's all we
Just
say.
be cool, man. Just listen to the music, get through it, and we'll all be all right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Save the actuallys for
Yeah, you
other
can skip it
nerd
on the
stuff.
Spotify playlist, right? If it's like you don't agree with this song, you know what? Skip it. Go to the next one.
Yeah,
It's on you.
When you add this playlist to your Spotify stuff, you can hit the edit button and you can shift things around. Just don't yuck our yum, man. We're trying our best here. So, speaking of putting our best foot forward, Andy, you get to go back to back. End of the first, beginning of the second. What do you got?
I'm going to go two different directions here. First one, I'm going to go the biggest song that got people up and going back in the day. Then I'm going to say is "This Is How We Do It," Montel Jordan. This was a song that if you wanted high energy in the bar, in the club, threw this on. It just got everybody moving around and pumping. Yeah, it was like, those, you want to get them sweating, so they spend more money on drinks. So that also had to do with it a bit. But yeah, no, it was, pretty big. Sorry, my headphones came out. Yeah.
Yeah, while I did take Kiss from a Rose early, the first song I wrote on the list was "This Is How We Do It," Montel Jordan. It's a perennial. If Gangsta's Paradise is one, I think that's easily number two.
Yeah, it's like one. Yeah, it's like Gangsta's Paradise. You got hip hop right there, but it's like more like slow and just like and then you got hip hop dance with "This Is How We Do It." So like
Right,
cousins
sure.
kind of thing.
Yes, very related, but also related. Your second pick.
All right, so this one is for me. When I hear this song, it brings me back to 1995. I don't know why. I'm actually getting goosebumps talking about it. It's a song I used to hear a lot, and it's been used in popular culture. And I think Keithy did on Video Jukebox quite a long time ago, and it's "In the Meantime" by Space Hog.
Oh, you son of a
I
bitch!
love that
How do
song.
you fucking steal that from me?
That's so great.
I know this is collaborative, but god damn it!
I had to, man. Look,
I know it's all right.
Because I said the same exact thing when you did on the Video Jukebox. I'm like, son of a bitch, he stole it from me.
I will say that there's like 7 songs that I have like starred because I'm like, I have to make sure I say them. Oddly enough, Ironic wasn't one of those. I guess that's ironic.
Isn't that ironic?
It's ironic that In the Meantime was one of the ones I started, and I was like, I don't want to say that in the first round and get laughed at, but god damn it, that's a good song to put in the
Well, what did you learn? You should have taken it in the first round.
I got 10 spots till I go again, so a lot of my shit's gonna get
I love it. That's such a good song. And in the meantime,
it just for me, it just that that part.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, it's like just young 23-year-old me.
Well, thank you.
Hanging out with my fraternity brothers, having a good time.
I appreciate that.
That's a great pick.
Yeah.
You love to see it. The old head strikes early.
Yeah, you did. Not gonna lie, Andy, I am impressed.
You stabbed Keithy in the heart. So.
That's right.
That was a bonus.
Right in the hat.
And the hat, kid.
And that
So my second round pick, I may be overreaching for this one, but I fucking love this song. It's another song from a movie soundtrack, from the movie Friday. We are going to take "Keep Their Heads Ringing" by Ice Cube and Dr. Dre. Holy crap, I love that song. Ring ding dong. Ring,
I listened to it twice in the gym today when I was researching for this.
God, it's so great.
I killed it. Oh, I love that song.
Mm-hmm.
Great song, hell of a movie. It's perfect.
Puff, puff, give. Fucking out of rotation.
Oh, come on. Play nice. There we go. You got to love trying to draft on the fly and do a draft board at the same time.
Yep.
I know, but it's all good. That's a surprisingly not on my list. I accidentally overlooked it,
Yeah,
but we're already
it's great.
in the thick of it, so to speak.
Yep.
Keithy, you're up.
All
Middle
right,
second.
Yep, I'm gonna go. I guess I'm gonna go with this one because I don't want to lose it. I'm gonna say Wonderwall by
Nice.
Oasis.
That was my next pick, Keith.
Yeah. Oh well, sorry, Jenny.
It's all right, babe.
I have a love-hate relationship with Oasis.
A lot of people are in and out on that
Yeah,
song.
I'm kind of with you.
Like, because it gets overplayed, or it was overplayed a
Yeah.
lot, and they got sick of it. But top 5 song of my life.
It mostly had to do with I was working at this bar called the Iguanawana, and we played they want you playing high energy, and we had a lot of Brits and would come into this bar because they were in the area and stuff like that, and they would always come up with, "Do you have any Oasis?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's great, but like hit me up at like 7 o'clock. I'm not playing it at 10 o'clock when I've got to get people happy and in a good mood, not like
Yeah, you can't hit them with Wonderwall.
I mean, great song, tremendous album, but
Right.
not that time of night
Not at
for
the
me.
club. Yeah.
Right.
Not in it was a bar, but
Yeah.
in the club.
That's right. None of us are drafting in the club because that is definitely a 2000.
No, that
song.
was 2000. That was like 2003, so that won't be there.
Yeah, unfortunately, when we hit No So 03
Nice.
in I don't know how many years, it'll be what 2037.
470.
I was told there would be no math.
We're trying. God bless. Numbers, especially when they started making letters numbers, I was out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I get to make my next selection, and I am going to take Big Papa by the Notorious B.I.G.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
Put your hands in the air and be a true player.
I'm gonna try to avoid taking Puff Daddy at all costs, but
Well.
Bad Boy was
No. I had
top
to
of the
skip all
world.
those. On the
Yeah.
list.
You could have taken Papa from Robert Goulet on the now that banana
Oh my god.
nut bangers ball. It's a wrap.
Nah, baby, that's not for me, baby. That's for somebody else. I'm gonna let that stay. Yeah, for me, Robert Goulet lives forever at WrestleMania 6, and that's it. But that's me. Jenny, we are back to you, and you get to go back to back for 2-3.
Oh, these are gonna be good. Yes. In the 90s, I think the ladies stole the show. So I am hoping that we have a lot of women representation, which we do pretty much so far. But I gotta add my girl Mariah Carey and Fantasy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
was gonna be my next one.
That was my.
Is it the ODB version or the without ODB?
Oh, I do love the ODB one.
Either one, honestly.
No,
Baby, come on, baby, come
on. And
the video is iconic. She is iconic. It is a perfect pop song.
Yeah, they filmed the video at Playland Park in Rye, New York, on the Dragon
nice.
Coaster. Been on that many times.
New York in the house.
That's right.
And this song was probably overplayed, but it is also iconic. And it is called Waterfalls by TLC.
I hate you, Jenny. Oh, I was gonna take a TLC song next. Oh,
Were you gonna pick Waterfalls?
No,
You just gotta stick to the lakes and the rivers you used to, Tim.
that's right.
It's like it's one of those songs where you feel cool that you know the words, even though the words are terrible when you think about them.
Just
it's
singing
such
about
a
HIV. It's great.
brutal song. Yeah, it's just terribly
totally.
brutal song.
Yeah.
But they just made it so vibey, and they looked amazing. The video.
The video was great.
Yeah.
You're just once you get. I mean, I knew what it was at the time, but I didn't really think about it that much. But like
was about AIDS.
It was.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Kiki.
You know. Like, wow. Okay.
Oh, that Jason Waterfalls, I tell you.
Oh, Jason Waterfalls. Related to Just Incredible. Fantastic. I'm up for my third pick, and I'm gonna shift gears, but I'm gonna go. I took a little East Coast, so now I'm gonna take a little West Coast,
Mhm.
Okay,
and I'm
good.
taking California Love by Tupac.
Mm.
Mm.
In the city.
You sounded just like him.
See, that's
With-
another one where I was like, it was on the. Never mind.
Vibes.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I didn't make my list because
Yeah.
I was trying to be a little more strict about it. But I fucking love that song. Like I
Yeah.
listen to it
Yeah.
today.
Yeah,
Like,
tremendous
it's
song.
Out on
awesome.
bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. 2 nights I sip on the
Okay, now.
screen. I'm hearing hoochie screaming.
Another one where you love the words and feel cool when you know the words, but they're a lot more
Yeah.
fun
Yes.
vibe.
And of course,
It's
you
not
get
about
the
AIDS, is what you're saying.
blessed 100%.
Yeah, no more. We've already
blessed
picked a
AIDS.
song about AIDS, so
Just
nobody
about
has to pick a song
jail
about AIDS.
and
Right.
drugs and,
Yes.
Right.
and prostitution.
And it's one of the best uses of the I forget what it's actually called, but the air tube, the synthesizer.
the
yeah,
little.
synth, yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, yeah.
California love.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
I
Talk
even
box.
yeah, even in the year of our Lord 2025, if I see anyone on TikTok or an Instagram reel or anyone doing the mouth tube singing, oh, immediate like, follow, save, come back to it. Even if the song doesn't fit, it zhuzhes it up. It's like garnish. It's perfect.
Sounds cool.
Speaking of perfect, baby, Keithy Kasem, your third pick.
Well, I
Speaking
think
of
for this
garnishes.
one, this is going to go out to a dedication here. We want to welcome this song onto the top of the charts. This actually, I'm going to stick with the theme here that Jenny kind of gave and have another.
AIDS?
Yes, AIDS. I want to put another song on here where I don't believe the whole band is female, but at least the lead singer is female. And then, of course, is It Only Happens When It Rains by Garbage.
Garbage.
Garbage. I love
That's a
that.
good one.
That's a great song.
That's a
I'm
good
only
one.
happy when it rains. That's a 1995 song if I ever heard
Oh, yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Great
And it's a
song.
good one.
Shirley
Mhm.
Manson.
Garbage.
Yeah. They're touring again, I think, which is crazy.
Oh.
Did they ever stop touring?
I don't know if they
Bands ever stop?
Yeah, I feel like
There's
it's
always a fair or like a
Yeah.
small
Right.
arena that will put them on the card.
Yeah. All right, my pick. He wakes up in the morning. It's
Oh, no.
Ants Marching by Dave Matthews.
You
Look,
picked a Dave Matthews.
I did.
Wow.
Didn't
And
have that on my
listen,
bingo card.
It's
No.
not because I like Dave Matthews. It's because
Oh.
it's a very popular song and I like doing the voice.
You know what? I'm gonna salute you, Matt. I love Ants Marching. I think that and Crash, that's a great album altogether. That
Take your word for it.
That's a 6th round pick, bro.
Well,
Under the Table.
I
Why
already
you
reached for Dre. But
what? Wait a minute. Why you think that's a you never heard that whole album?
No, I have. I don't know.
Actually, Crash isn't on that album. That one has Satellite.
you call yourself an expert.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
I don't know. It's fine.
Satellites.
I just think it was very popular and I feel like you heard
It
it all
was.
the time.
Did you own a flannel,
yeah.
Keithy?
I did not own. Well, I owned a flannel, but that was because I dressed up as man or Cactus Jack one year for like Halloween.
God, flannels everywhere.
I did own a flannel. I owned.
I had
I love
several.
flannel.
I don't know why I just lied there. I did own flannel.
I definitely owned a lot of flannel.
Has flannel come back yet?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know whatever's old is new again. So I
Yeah,
just
no.
Right.
I don't know. Like I remember when high-waisted pants came back a couple
Mhm.
years ago, and not a fan, but flannel coming back, I'm here for.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
That'll work for me. Double A, you're up
All
2
right.
times.
All right. Well, The World is a Vampire Scented
Yeah.
Dreams. So going with Bullet with Butterfly Wings by
Okay.
Smashing Pumpkins.
All
Great
right.
Love
album. Came out.
I had another song from that album on my list.
Tonight. Was
Yeah,
that
it's
same
tonight,
album?
but I actually like Bullet with Butterfly Wings better, but
I think
Yeah,
so
me too.
Yeah, I think it just hits harder
Yeah.
than all the other songs on the album. And so, and then to follow that up, I'm going with More Human Than Human.
Damn it, that was gonna be my
Nice.
next one. God damn it.
That's
Y'all
a
are
good
killing
one.
this. Y'all are coming up with stuff I didn't get, so that makes
That's
me
a
so
good one,
happy.
yeah. That's a
Damn
good
it all
one.
to hell.
That's a
Believe
good
me, I have one in my back pocket. Y'all are gonna be like, "What are you thinking?" I'm waiting for the end for that one. So.
Andy, I gave you shit, and now you're making me look bad. Killing it.
Yeah, but this
The
song,
gloves are off.
this song just goes on. It's like,
Yeah, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
just like it just gets you like all this.
You know,
energy.
when I had
Like drink, it's like the song version of drinking a Red Bull.
when I had my
Sure.
when I had my Hasbro wrestling league when I was younger,
A what?
and yes, I was my little Hasbro wrestling. And
Okay.
I used the updated Brutus the Bobber Beefcake was me as a wrestler, and I used to come out to More Human Than Human. And that was my because it's the opening riff that just fucking kills it. Yeah,
Yeah,
The
it just
coolest-
lends itself to a
the
wrestling
coolest
league.
Brutus Beefcake has ever been.
It'll never be cooler.
I bet you Bippy it was. Huh?
I will bet my Bippy. There's a band here that has two songs that I could choose, and I'm debating which one to go with. But I think I'm gonna go with the theme song for the cross up right here on the over on the backbone. That is the Crossroads by Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Nice.
Shout out to Logan Crossland.
Shout out to
Bone
Logan
Thugs.
Crossland, that maniac. That's God, Bone Thugs is very good.
Bone Thugs, that a song that debuted when he wasn't even born yet.
I mean, Logan, yeah, I was born. I said before
Yeah.
I was 4, but it
Yeah.
is, yeah, it's a great song. I do love Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
I had a Bone Thugs on my list too.
Yeah.
Me
So.
too. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with this song because I feel like this. Well, all right, I'm gonna say this. Okay, I got my next two. I think. Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter.
Okay.
Wow,
I
that's
like
a
that
pull.
song. I like that song.
That is a good song.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Didn't make my list.
Wow, really? Okay.
It also did not make my list, but not because I don't like it. It's I just didn't think of it.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
It's more of like I don't. It's one of those songs that like lives past 95, so I
Yeah,
associate
for
it
sure,
later. It's ECW, so like
well,
if
you know what? It also it makes its way into a lot of movies. I feel like.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it ends up it does. It has its like longevity because it does come out like a lot in movie theaters. Like it's great in Cable Guy, and so yeah, like but yeah, I love that song. I like Filter too. That's a great album, by the way. That Filter.
You know the backstory for that song, right?
It was about
For
AIDS.
Hate. No,
it's
no, it was just
No.
as dark. Just as dark.
no, it's about Kurt Cobain, right?
No, it's about a Pennsylvania state senator that shot himself.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's a famous video,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
somehow, some way, that video lives on YouTube.
Yeah.
I watched it recently.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
It is horrible.
Yeah.
It's at a press conference.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
It's fucked up.
he literally calls everybody. There's like microphones and cameras, and
Yep.
then Kablooski, he's done.
Like straight out
It
of
was
network.
because he was being accused of some sort of embezzlement or something.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it turns out he didn't do it, but he wanted his family to get benefits. If,
Jesus Christ.
and that's why he did it.
Yep.
Wow.
And so he called it. He called his number, and
It's rough.
Yeah.
that's right. All
I
right,
brought
well,
the
I'm
whole mood down. So
gonna try
Yeah.
to. I'm gonna
Way to
try
go,
to
Jim.
pick it up.
Quick, pivot to
here.
AIDS. Pivot to AIDS again. The talk was better then.
AIDS.
I'm going to pull a Sousa here
Oh boy.
in picking a band I don't care for,
Mhm.
but a
Oh.
song that's undeniable. And I'm probably going to catch heat from maybe half the drafters here. But I am taking Runaround by Blues Traveler.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
good. I love
Yeah.
that song.
I love
Yeah.
that song.
Between
Yeah.
that or Hook.
Love
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah.
Love
Hook
the
is my
song. I
favorite.
hate Blues Traveler. I
Oh
can't.
really?
Yeah.
It was huge. They were like
Yeah,
like
they were
it
awesome.
was like a battle between them and Hootie back in the day.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
who was your like, folksy rock band that you like better?
I didn't even think of what did Hootie come out with in '95.
Like everything, pretty
I
much.
think I think Correct Rear View came out the year before.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, because I had Hootie on the brain for this, but then I went against it.
Yeah, like Hold My Hand is '94. Let Her Cry is '94.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all '94. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're gonna take a song off the album, I think Only Want to Be With You would be the one.
Only Want to Be With You. Yeah,
Yeah.
came out in July.
That's what I had on
Yeah.
the
I want to
list.
be with you.
You and
You still
me.
could take it. I mean, if it's on the
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm
it
sure
chatted in '95.
it should end
Chatted.
up on the list, but I'm not gonna go that way. No.
And the Dolphins make me cry. Jenny,
Wow.
back-to-back picks 4 and 5.
Wow.
I have some options here. Okay. I was 13 in 1995. So it wasn't until a couple years later where this song really got heavy in my rotation as a person because it's called I Got Five on it.
Oh,
I hate your guts.
Oh, I was gonna pick that one next.
what a
Damn
good
it.
tune.
And when I fell in love with that song, like I said, it was post 95, but it was still a pretty popular song.
Mhm.
And you could actually have five on it in those days.
Back in those days,
and
you still could.
you definitely could. $5 will get you jack shit these days.
Right.
But every time I purchased illicit substances, especially at school,
Mhm.
the note was I got five on it to my
Perfect.
guy. And so I just fucking I pop for it every time it comes on. Like it's on all my gym lists and stuff. So like
Did you go nuts when they started playing it again when Us came out?
Us, right?
yeah.
That remix is so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like
It's so creepy.
Mhm.
yeah, it's like it's
It does the-
insidious. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just
it sounds like-
Uneasy. Very
Yeah.
unsettling.
Sounds like spiders are crawling all over
yeah,
you.
and
Yeah.
but still so
Creepy.
edgy though.
Yeah.
Like you can't stop listening to it, and his voice is so unique.
Well, you got
Mhm.
five
Yeah.
on it, Jenny. I mean, you're putting
So
five
good.
on it. You might as well.
So I love that song, and I'm so happy I got to pick it. And I'm gonna go a little bit different on this one,
Mm.
and we need a little bit of country representation.
Oh,
right
I didn't
now.
even think of country.
Yeah, so I have a couple of country options, but what I feel is probably a big crossover-ish hit, but still more country. Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain.
Oh,
You know,
great song.
I toyed with Shania Twain
I've heard
for
that
a
about you.
long time, and
I've heard that about you.
you son of a bitch, you got me. Every time. You get me.
Well, she was super hot. I would
yeah.
like to have toyed with her.
Yeah.
And that's
like-
even before like the next
Man,
album
I
was,
feel like a
exploded.
woman.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It was a little early Shania.
Mm.
But that song still hits if you're fucking on Broadway Street in Nashville and you hear that shit.
Yeah, hey now.
Everybody's hitting the floor. Like it's fun.
One of Canada's greatest exports, Shania
Yes.
Twain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
Appreciation, salute.
Shania Twain.
Oh, see, here's where we start for strategery because I got 2 picks left, but I don't have one for a while.
Okay.
true. Mhm.
And I think for sure I'm gonna get the song I want for my last pick
Okay.
as it comes around. So I'm torn between 2 for my offerings. And I've decided. We're going for my 5th pick. We're gonna take Shook Ones Part 2 by Mobb Deep.
Nice.
Mhm.
Good job. Good
Mhm.
pick.
That's a good one.
I like it.
Mhm.
You ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Like that.
That's
This-
just science. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Of course, this is another song that's had a longer life than 95, thanks to 8
Mhm.
Mile.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, B Rabbit taking over or taking down
Papa Doc.
the Kings of the New World.
Free World.
Free World, Kings of the Free World. Yeah.
I've seen it
Crazy.
a lot.
Mhm.
You know,
Couple times.
a couple 2-3 times, but
Yeah.
yeah, Shook Ones Part 2, Mobb Deep, Keithy Baby, pick number 5.
You know, we haven't heard from Keithy Kasem in a while. I think he needs to present.
We have
this,
not.
next
This
one.
is a song that goes out to a very special guy that I know. His name is Brian Langston, one of his favorite bands from 1995, and that is Silverchair with their song Tomorrow.
Mm,
Yes.
Oh, and
Great
as a
pick.
possible.
Oh, I love that song.
it's a good one.
Yeah, too bad they didn't have any really other hits.
No,
You know, we
they're
were
all
just
one.
talking about, he and I were just talking about them like when I was driving them to the airport the other day, and it's like it is so weird that they really didn't come out with anything much more.
No.
But then I was like, you know what? They were like 15 when they wrote that song. Maybe they just like, and I don't know why it always makes me think of the Brian Adams song where he's like, you know, Jody got married. It's just like,
Oh, Summer
it's
69.
like that's what it is. Summer 69. I feel like all these kids were like 15 and then they all just probably went to different schools.
Yeah, that was back when you had to buy an entire CD for one song. No download.
Yeah, exactly,
One song
yes.
you like.
Mhm.
Like I bought a Deep Blue Something album just for breakfast at Tiffany's because I had to play it.
But you know what's funny
Well,
is
I said, what about?
but that album is good. It's just nothing else was really a hit except for that one song. So yeah.
Oh, great song.
Maybe
That's
they've
great song.
maybe by now they've upgraded to gold chair. My pick is
Right.
my pick is by Alice in Chains. Perhaps you've heard of them.
Ooh.
Oh.
We are going with Again by Alice in Chains.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, just
Yep.
I love Alice in Chains. They're one of my favorite bands.
Mine
Bummed I
too.
wasn't able to see them a couple weeks ago because
I
they
know.
canceled the whole friggin' tour. But
Oh, they did?
Damn.
oh yeah. They
Oh,
canceled the concert I was supposed to go to, and then they ended up canceling the entire mini tour they were
Oh,
doing.
that sucks.
So
Why?
the concert I was gonna go to, the drummer had some sort of medical episode like a couple hours before the show.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
god.
They had to cancel that show, and then I guess whatever he had, they ended up having to cancel the entire tour. So
Sucks.
bummed I didn't get to see him, but yeah, perhaps one day. But-
They played at the Lollapalooza right the year before my brother went, and he was bullshit because my sister went. And the other day he goes, like, fucking Alice in Chains, man, and fucking stupid Elisa got to see them fucking play. She probably was like not even paying attention. She was probably blowing some guy for fucking acid or
Jesus.
something. And I was like,
God.
Jesus Christ, Brian, take it easy.
To be fair, most girls do that at Alice in
Well, I
Chains.
mean, to be fair, my sister probably was. I mean, trying to get acid or something. I don't know. But yeah, he was really upset. He never got to see I don't think he ever got to see Lane Staley. I think he
Right.
has seen, at least Jerry Cantrell in the band. But
Right.
God, I used to listen to that album all the time though. Oh.
Which one? They're all good.
No, but like the self-titled one there, the one that
Yeah.
that's from.
The one with the
95.
three-legged dog. Yeah.
That's the 95 album. It's so
Yeah.
good. I had on my list, I had Heaven Besides You.
Oh yeah.
That's
Love
a
Yeah.
good
that
one
song
too.
too.
Oh,
And
I'm
again,
gonna
Fair enough.
good.
change it up a little bit.
Oh,
Here you
good.
go.
I have kind of a lack of dance music on here.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
in 95, freestyle was on its way out, but then we had this new wave. You had Ace of Base, you had
Mhm.
Corona, and I'm going to go with a real McCoy song, though.
Yes.
And I'm going to say Another Night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Another night. Because
Mhm.
again, this was like kind of like the thing in the dance
Mhm.
music space at the
Mhm.
time. That was
Yep.
plus we were getting remixes of like things like What's Up got a remix. I think 95 might have been a little early for that. But we also had Total Eclipse of the Heart remix by Nikki
Yep.
French.
Mm.
So yeah, like the dance, that was when we were starting to get those were starting to really become a thing. And also on that Come and Get Your Love, the cover of the Redbone song on that album as well. So yeah, change it up a little bit here.
I love that pick. I had Be My Lover in this category.
Oh, La Bouche, yeah, another one in there.
Yeah, I fucking
Don't
love that
be
song.
my lover.
You know,
I
where
was
I
did,
have a couple.
obsessed with all those dance types.
Yeah,
where
Mr.
did we as
Vane.
a society go wrong? Because dance music used to be fucking great in the 90s.
It was
Yeah.
awesome
like all of it was so good.
It was pretty awesome.
because people were taking ecstasy a lot.
Oh, that must be it.
Yeah, kind of was the thing.
Oh, good old recreational drug usage for the win.
So, my last song, my last song, I guess, right? Now was the theme song of a very popular TV show. Well, I don't
Golden
think it
Girls?
was the original theme song, but it got added later, and you could not go anywhere without hearing this on the radio anywhere. And it is "I'll Be There for You" by the Rembrandts. The theme song
Oh
from Friends.
wow!
So
Okay.
Mhm.
again, another song that instantly transports me back to the mid '90s. You know, Friends became, really '95. They started to really like amp up and become basically the biggest show on TV. You know, next to Seinfeld and whatever have. But yeah, it was a cultural thing, and it's actually not a terrible song.
No, it's catchy.
right.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think it deserves its place on the mixtape.
Hey, any song that can make you go is pretty good, you know.
That's just true.
I know, and I often feel like it hasn't been my day, my week, or even my year. So
No.
Same.
I thought you were going to go with
Perfect.
"Closer to Free" from Party of
Oh,
Five.
I like that.
never
song.
watched it.
That was 1993. I thought. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are a lot of great songs left on the draft board. To the
Yeah.
side.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of drafts like this is that there's going to be so much left on the table
Mhm.
that another random 5 people from the Quadapods can get on here and essentially draft another set of 30 and no repeats.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I know. So
Okay.
Music Volume 2.
I challenge.
Oh, I like it.
I'm putting a challenge out there for any other 5 people who want to do this. Notate our list, no repeats, and see if you can beat it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Gauntlet thrown down.
Yeah.
So Sousa, your pick matters.
My last pick matters, and there's a couple
All we
different.
need is one pick, Sousa.
There's a couple of different ways I can go here, but I think I am going to go with "Lump" by the
Ah,
President of the
Oh,
United
nice.
States of America.
Nice.
Just a fun, fast, super fun. Peaches is a great song too, but I think I like "Lump" better.
Mhm.
But yeah, just a super fun song. Like it's one of those songs you just sing every time you hear it. So it's great.
Yeah.
Love it.
And it's wicked short too. It's like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
long.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say that. It's
Yeah.
so short and like
yeah, it's like a
it
punk
doesn't-
song.
because some of those songs that are catchy like that, they go like a bit too long
Yeah.
and it gets a little annoying. Lump is quick, fun, in and out.
I used to play it on my radio show in college, and it was one of those like you got to make sure you have like your next song queued up, not
Right.
like any Meatloaf song, which was I need to take a piss song, because those
Right.
songs are like
I
10
would
minutes
do
long.
anything
Yes.
to pee.
I played that quite often because I often had to run
Strategic.
down to the hall.
It's like 10 minutes
Yeah.
long. So
They never put the So I'm also a radio kid, a guy from radio. So like they never put the bathrooms anywhere close to
No.
the studios. You got
Dumb.
to get out of the studio. You go past 2 production bays
Yeah.
into the main hallway, turn right, and then like it's a dead sprint to the bathrooms.
Literally it was one of the buildings in college, and it was like radio stations on one end, the newspaper, this, that, the other, everything, and then the bathroom all the way on the other end.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like decking people like I can't have dead air. Ah.
And there was
That's
no
why you
just
need a
like
pea cup. Y'all never
Yeah.
had a pea cup?
Yeah.
that's right.
Gotta have a
A
piss
pee-
jug.
A pecan.
A
Good
piss
old
jug.
good old Folgers. Just get it right next to you.
like the
Yeah.
pie, a pecan.
A
Yeah.
pecan.
Yeah.
The beer
But,
bottle, and then you get that Dumb and Dumber scene right there.
That's right. Keithy baby, your last pick.
Okay, well I'm gonna go with the dance trend. Or at least this was it's not necessarily a dance song, but this was a song that everybody danced to.
Mhm.
And this is how we do it. So by Montel Jordan.
Hey,
We
that's
already
already
drafted
Brother Man
that.
Bill. It
you
was the
sleeping?
first pick of the last pick of the first round.
Oh shit. Why did I miss that?
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Bro. I love you,
shit.
Keithy. What you got next?
Well,
This
shit.
song's so great. You had to say it twice.
He's doing the remix of "This Is How We Do It." By
I know
Bob.
it was Keithy Kasem was here for that part.
It's because
Now that
I know Montel Jordan is a hard person to miss. 6'8" he stood.
he just wants to pick him again.
Damn it. Okay. How about all right, well then I'll go with another song that did make it into dance clubs, I think, but kind of a different style of dance club, and that is the Marilyn Manson version of Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, that's a jam.
That's a
There you
good
go.
song.
That made it into dance clubs. Shit, I can't believe I fucking missed that. It was the first fucking rap. Oh god.
It is all good, Keith.
And I
So
should have
funny.
known it was the guy that the friggin' every pick he's like, back when I was 37 years old in 1905, I picked this song so that I could.
I wish I was 37. Jesus.
Good
Back in
grief.
1985, when I was 37.
When I was in the gold rush, I used to listen to.
when I
I
was
used to put songs on my Victrola.
when I was in the trenches in World War One and the Great War.
I used to buy the No Doubt albums on wax cylinder.
Remember 8-tracks, okay? Well,
I have the Montel Jordan on Edison 75.
the sheet notes were on a cave drawing.
That's right.
Oh my god.
So it wouldn't be me.
He's rubbing sticks.
I'm trying to get the record to play
Do it.
Sorry.
Do it.
off the tablets. So it wouldn't be me if I didn't try to find a way to make wrestling of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got some ECW representation,
Mhm.
but Jenny's last pick had my brain tingle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So with my last pick, I'm taking "With My Baby Tonight"
Oh.
by Jeff Jarrett.
Oh my.
I was like, oh, yes, he's
That
going to
is
pick
not
Connection
where I
by
thought you-
Elastica. Because that's all you heard when you were falling asleep at 1 a.m. trying to watch ECW on
That
MSG
is not
Network.
where I thought you were going at all, but
No, nah. And I knew this pick was safe. So I was like, all right.
Oh
last
yeah,
pick,
nobody's
best
picking
pick.
that shit.
I wonder
Nobody's
why
taking
that
it.
is.
Because it's great.
Oh my god.
Even on a podcast like this, I can't fucking escape Jeff Jarrett.
No, you can't. World's greatest singer, world's greatest wrestler, world's
No,
greatest
You should
entertainer.
have went with the Doink Babyface version is what you should have gone.
With the slide whistle.
Yes.
J-E double F. J-E double R. E
Ain't I
double
great?
T.
That's right.
Wow.
Jenny
And
Sable.
Sawyer Brown somewhere here too.
Jenny, you got to land the
I
plane.
feel a lot of
Before
pressure
you-
right now.
Jenny's
to
gonna,
pick
Jenny's gonna
something really
draft
good.
Superman coming out July.
You should take "This Is How We Do It" by Monty.
Oh, fuck.
I think Gangsta's Paradise is still out there.
There's a lot on the board.
Wow.
Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Okay. So, I mean, we talked about Hootie and nobody picked Hootie, and I feel the pressure to pick
Mm.
Hootie. I would pick Only Want to Be With You.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with that. Maybe we could talk some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Kind of post draft.
Oh,
But-
for sure.
Like you can't have this list without Hootie. Like
Yeah.
that would feel weird to me.
Yeah.
Like it was glaring at me on my list. I'm like, but I like this one. It was like, but I'm Hootie,
Mhm.
and it's 95, and this has
Yeah.
to happen.
Mhm.
So that's where I'm at on that.
For sure.
Yeah, it was huge.
Let's run down the playlist and then we'll talk some honorable mentions, possibly the unofficial 7th round of the draft.
Okay.
But Jenny had the first pick of the draft. She went Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio, Mariah Carey's Fantasy, TLC's Waterfalls. I got 5 on it by Luna's, Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain, and Only Want to Be With You by Hootie and the Blowfish. I went second, and I've got Kiss from a Rose by Seal, Big Papa, Notorious B.I.G., California Love, Tupac, Run Around by Blues Travelers, Shook Ones Part 2 by Mobb Deep, and With My Baby Tonight by Jeff Jarrett. Keithy Kasem went third. He's got Ironic by Alanis Morissette, Wonderwall by Oasis, Only Happy When It Rains by Garbage, Hey Man Nice Shot by Filter, Tomorrow by Silverchair and Sweet Dreams by Marilyn Manson. Sousa's got Don't Speak by No Doubt, Keep Their Heads Ringing by Dr. Dre, Ants Marching by the Dave Matthews Band, Crossroads by Bone Thugs and Harmony, Again by Alice in Chains, and Lump by the Presidents of the United States of America. And Double A has This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan, In the Meantime by Space Hog, Bullet with Butterfly Wings by the Smashing Pumpkins, More Human Than Human by White Zombie, Another Night by Real McCoy, and I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts. Unofficial 7th round, honorable mentions. You can pick, you can talk multiple things, but this is where we can absolutely bring up other songs from other artists, because I had Creep on my list from TLC.
Mhm.
I had First of the Month by Bone Thugs on my list.
Yep.
Yep.
What else did I have that was doubled up? I think those are the only ones. Oh, I had Just a Girl by No Doubt.
Yep.
Mhm.
Me too.
Mhm.
And that's and I had You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette.
Yep.
Mm.
Me too.
So those are all the duplicate artists I had. But what sticks out for people? What's still on your list that just didn't make the cut?
I think the one that hurts the most is "Give Me One Reason" by Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, I had that.
That's a good one.
And maybe something like a country song like "Check Yes or No" by George Strait.
That's good.
Yeah. So I almost went country again, but I was like, nah. But we don't want to give away too much since we challenged other people to respond to our draft. But just a couple of my favorites.
There we go.
I would be remiss if I didn't. Oh, sorry, my phone's ringing. I'm sorry. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Mr. Boombastic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That was one of
That's a
mine.
good one, too.
And then as far as like another dance song, you had like "Be My Lover."
Yes.
That was a good one. And then I mean, it's funny because I'm trying to think. I think Better Man was out, and Better Man by Pearl Jam.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
But Vitology was end of '94.
I think that was just a single.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the single came out in I think the single came out on the album like right around the time, but I think it kind of hit its stride in '95. And then I just did on the nose, so I just talked about the 30th anniversary of the Foo Fighters and their debut album. So I can't not put a Foo Fighters on there. So I would say like I'll Stick Around is probably like that one is probably their best off of that album. So I would say that, yeah.
Yeah, just a couple for me. All I Want to Do by Sheryl Crow, I think was
Yeah.
95. That was a big one.
That's a big one.
Players Anthem by Junior Mafia was another one I had on
Yep.
mine. And Shimmy Shimmy Ya by ODB was going to be
Yeah.
my last pick because I fucking love ODB.
Wait, and how does that go, Matt?
Timothy Chalamet, Shimmy Ya, Shimmy Ya.
I was looking, there are a few artists that, were really popular at times that just didn't make the list, like Natalie Merchant. I might have put
That's
one
what I
more
had on
there.
my list, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better Than
I had
Ezra,
Carnival.
also with Good.
Mhm.
Good. No,
I had
Good
good,
on-
love
I
that
had good on there.
song.
I love Better Than Ezra. That was like such
I
a
did
good
too.
album. Yeah.
You also had Rosalie on that album, but
Mhm.
Down by the Water by PJ Harvey was pretty big at the time. Freak Like Me by Dina Howard.
Mhm.
We talked about a pre-show was Scream by Michael
Yep.
and Janet
Yep.
Jackson. Ace of Base, their only real hit off that album was Beautiful Life.
That's what I had.
Oh yeah, that's another good song.
I love
When Tim was talking wrestling, I say talking about ECW, I thought he was going to go with Connection by
Mhm.
Elastica because that's all you heard on that damn ECW.
I thought he was
show.
going to go with Mad Season, River of Deceit.
We had no Jewel, Who Will Save Your Soul could have made
Yeah,
it.
I had some Joan Osborne.
Yeah,
on
one of
there.
us.
Yeah.
Collective Soul.
Yeah, I had December. Yeah.
Matthew Sweet, Sick of Myself.
Well, you're giving the whole fucking
I know.
caboodle away there.
Sorry.
All right.
And Hurt by Nine Inch Nails. How about that?
There we go.
Lord.
And of course, let us know how we did in the comments, whether it's on the YouTube video or Spotify or whatever. We hope that this playlist is the best companion piece to a good afternoon of grilling and an evening of fireworks. Or whenever you decide to listen to the playlist or listen to the draft. I personally want to thank Jenny, Keithy, Souza, and Andy for this draft. This was so much fun. I knew once we decided we were doing No So 95, we had to find a way to make a draft happen, and I'm glad we did, and this is a great bunch to do it. So don't be a stranger to the feed around here. We've got plenty more content for No So 95 as we go along. Mm-hmm. So be sure, if you haven't, subscribe, like the video, give me a little bump to my my self-esteem, if you will. It makes me feel good. Hit the button. So, and of course, check out what all of these people do across the Quadapods. They're always doing something, whether it's wrestling, pop culture, beyond. It's across the board. We've all got a story to tell. We're all telling it here on the Quadapods. But right now, we're going to call it a wrap. Enjoy your playlist, and we'll be back with more No So 95 right after this.